saw this obituary recently that might have passed you by, but I think it's a story worth telling. It's about the Australian James Harrison and his life-saving blood. So the thing about human blood cells is around the outside they have these little proteins that sort of wave around. They're called antigens, and they're a bit like an ID card, right? They're the way for a body to recognise stuff that's supposed to be there and then just kick out stuff that it isn't. And there are four main types: A, B, and O. So a person who is type A, they can have a blood transfusion from somebody else who's type A, but not from somebody who's type B. Type O doesn't have any problematic antigens. Their ID card is a bit like access all areas. Anyone can take their blood. But alongside all of that, you also have this other type of protein called a rhesus antigen. Now, most of us have these. That's why we're rhesus positive. But there are about 15% of people who don't have any of these antigens in their body. They're known as rhesus negative. Now, that means that they do not permit any cells that carry that particular ID card. Even just one single rhesus positive blood cell can cause really serious problems as the sort of the bouncers of the blood system rush in to take it out. I think I might be stretching this analogy a little bit far. Now, normally this isn't a problem. You just separate out blood donors and blood recipients by their ID badge, and you just make sure that you don't get them mixed up. But there is one major instance when it is a really serious problem, and that is in pregnancy. Now, the blood group that your baby is doesn't matter. But if you are rhesus negative and your unborn baby is rhesus positive, that can be a really serious problem, because your baby's antigens can potentially mix with your blood, and it can trigger your body to register the baby as though it's a foreign attacker, right? And fight against it with this antibody called anti-D. And that just causes huge problems that can be fatal. And the thing is that once your body is triggered into this reaction, it's irreversible, right? So this can potentially affect your future pregnancies too. But in the 1960s, some people discovered, counterintuitively, that if you take a rhesus negative pregnant woman and you inject her with blood that is high in anti-D, it sort of acts like an invisibility cloak for the baby. It hides the baby's blood from the system, and this doesn't happen. Trouble is, blood that has this antibody in it, anti-D, is incredibly rare. So, back in the 1960s, when doctors discovered this teenager, James Harrison, who had this particular type of blood, he decided he would make it his life's mission to make as many blood donations as he possibly could. So he started when he was 18, as soon as he was legally allowed, and he gave blood on average every 3 weeks for 63 years until he had to retire aged 81. And while he was active during his lifetime, every single mother and baby who were treated with this life-saving medicine in Australia were treated with some form of his blood. It's estimated in total that he has saved 2.4 million babies over the years, including his own grandson.